So today we're going to take a look at this outdoor laser projector. We're going to start down here in the studio, and then I'm going to show it to you tonight outside up against the side of the house. But this is probably one of the best projectors that I've ever laid my hands on. When you pull it out of the box, the first thing that you feel is the housing. This solid casing, it's not plastic, it's not going to get damaged. If you happen to bump into it when it's out there in the yard, maybe you bump it with a lawnmower, bump it with a foot or whatever, it's not going to damage it. It's solid. It's got a solid casing to it, solid housing. You got a really nice sturdy post that's not just going to flex and bend in the wind. And then you've also got a stake that you can use so that you can have it elevated off the ground. Or if you are putting this maybe on a fence or a fence post, you can use the flat mount here, and it does have hardware. And it does have hardware so that you can put a few screws in it so that it doesn't move on you. Now, you don't have to just use this outside. It's not just an outdoor projector. You do have the waterproof plugs right here on the back of the projector, and then one for the adapter. Going to screw in there, got a good seal on it so that there's not going to be any water that's going to get in. It does always have to be plugged in for the power, but you got about a 25-foot power cord right here, so you can have this in the middle of the yard and then have it plugged in somewhere on the edge of the house or wherever your outlet is. You got plenty of room for that. Then if you've got pesky neighbors or kids around the neighborhood that like to take stuff that don't belong to them, then you do have a security lock that you can use to lock that down. It does also come with a remote, which is unusual for these, but this one does have a remote. Now, the only negative thing that I would say about this projector right here is the fact that there are not very many options. You got red, green, and blue, then you've got the swirl, and you got the flash. I'm going to show all that to you. When I plugged this in for the first time, I was blown away at the aperture of this thing. I mean, it just lit up the whole house, the whole room. You can use this on a dance floor. You can use this at a Christmas party. You can use this in a bedroom, or you could use it outside if you wanted to. Now, check this out. I got about 10 feet to my back wall. We got her plugged in, and we'll shoot that down there for you. You got an adjustment that you can use right here. Really kind of hard to see. You can see that on the back wall there. And so we'll shut down some lights for you. So my projector is right here in the middle of the room. The lights start right here on the ceiling. I mean, just immediately, you got this huge aperture. It is on both sides of the wall, and I got a 12-foot wall right here. So it's got a spread of 12 feet right here in just this short area. I got 10 feet to this back wall, and it's all the way down here on the floor. We just got this huge aperture of lights. It's absolutely incredible. I'm blown away by it. So with these lights, some of the options that you can do is you got the red, the green, and the blue are all on. So if I push my red button, I can take the red out. I can take the green out, just leave the blue, or I can go blue and red. I can do red and green and remove the blue. I can do whatever colors I want to do and just make my own sort of design. Now, not only is it just the red, green, and blue dots, but you've also got an auto, which every time you make a change to it, it's going to flash like that. So these are just kind of swirls right now. So you're going to go with the swirls. You're also going to have some color changes, and then you're also going to have a flash. It's just going to do it automatically the way that it's already pre-programmed. So one thing that I can do here is adjust the speed. I can make this go faster if I want to. And you can see that the swirls are moving just a little bit faster than they were. And so you can speed that up, you can slow that down, or you can go with the flash. This is the next option that we have here. And then it's just going to flash on its own. And you can see the different colors beginning to flash and just do its own preset flash schedule there. The last thing that we can do is set a timer for 2, 4, 6, or 8 hours, or shut that timer off. Again, this is probably one of my favorite projectors that you can either, again, you can have it in the room, you can have it in a studio, you can have it in for a Christmas program, Christmas lights, inside, outside, it really doesn't matter. And then, you know, depending on your house, you can adjust this to go up or down. It's completely adjustable. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to get this out into the yard. We're going to take a look at it tonight and just see how it fills up the entire expanse of the house, the roof, everything, so that your house can be lit up with not multiple laser lights, but just one projector right here is going to do the job. Okay, so we are currently 25 feet from the house. And boy, I tell you what, that has a huge spread. You can see it goes all the way over. It's on the side of my camper, which means it is doing the full width of the house. Back in the back, you can see barely that tree back there that's all lit up. There are sparkles on that tree. Here's a tree right in front of us. Look at that. That is super cool. Another tree right over here that's got some sparkles on it. And then the yard is full of sparkles, the green, the blue, and the red. It just shouts Christmas. It just shouts Christmas. We absolutely love this. We like to give these things away, but this is going to be one that we're going to keep. Now again, you can switch the colors. You can put the red in, you can take the red out, you can take the green out, you can just go blue, you can do whatever you want to do with those. And then you've also got the auto, and remember, every time you change it, it flashes just to let you know that a change has taken place. And then you can also change the speed of that. We can slow it down, and then we can speed it up again and make those just look like a bunch of little fireflies. This is really one of the best lawn projectors that we've ever had a chance to review. So if you're looking for one for your yard, this one right here is going to be super good for the holidays.